Thank you everyone for joining us today. We were with Larry at Spire. I've known Larry for some time now, and it's always a pleasure chatting with you and getting updates on the different projects that you've worked on throughout the years. And you're going to kind of give us a little update on what's been going on over there, because I hear it's been busy.
Yeah, glad to be back. Thank you for having me. It's always great to be able to share a little bit about what we've got going on and let everybody know a little bit about our successes, let everybody know a little bit about what we still have, and get people excited about Spire, because it's an incredible opportunity.
It's a gorgeous building, and like the views you guys have there are just spectacular. It's crazy.
I'm in, right now I'm sitting in one of our model homes, which is a 2-bedroom on the northeast corner of the building. And I'm on the 27th floor of 41. So this gives you a little sense of how incredible views really are here when we're only a little over halfway up the building. And this is what you see out your windows.
Well, great. Well, I think you have a little bit of a presentation for us here.
I do.
Cool.
I do. We put together just a little something to kind of help guide us and give you guys as much information as we can. And since last time I was here, we were still in our pre-sale gallery. The building was not complete. We hadn't started closings. So we were giving a lot of amazing information, but we didn't have finished photos to really show you. We showed some in-progress photos to get you excited. So now I've got some great videos that I'll show for those of you who haven't been able to make it in yet, or for those of you who don't live locally, to be able to get an idea of what Spire has. So we're excited to share that with you. Welcome to Spire, and just a wonderful little dusk sunset view showing everything that sits right beyond Spire. All right, so I figured what I'd start with is just some highlights of what happened last year. So Spire had a really busy year last year, and we're really proud of our success. First off, we were incredibly proud to win the Residential High Rise of the Year award for Washington through NAIOP, which is a commercial organization in the development world that honors a lot of different types of projects, commercial, residential, industrial, all of those types of things. So we were really, really excited to be honored this year to win that award for 2021 amongst all the different residential buildings, rental, condo, all are included. So it was a great success for us. We're really pleased about that. And then just an absolute banner year of sales. When it was all said and done last year, we wrapped up the year with over 110 sales, 111 sales, which we are just incredibly thrilled with. We came in with a goal when we came into the project early last year, and that was to get sales moving. We needed to get to numbers that would allow the building to start closings. And a lot of people don't necessarily know that those types of things are a part of new construction, but they are. Oftentimes, to be able to start any closings, you have to have over a certain number of sales. And so our goal was to make sure we were there so that this building, when the construction was complete, was also ready to start closings. And we achieved that, and we're really happy. In the end, we were the #1 selling condominium project in all of Washington State. And I think even cooler, we were the #2 project on the entire West Coast. So just some really incredible sales numbers here. I think people have really responded to the building. They've responded to the amenities. They've responded to the views. And I think they just responded to exactly what any developer hopes. And that's that they've put together through their hard work a building that people are excited about and want to live in. And that's what these sales to me prove. And we're really proud of that. Also in 2021, obviously the building did complete. So we moved our sales gallery out of our pre-sale center and we moved into the building. We opened up 4 model homes spread out around the 27th floor that are able to show, as well as all the other available homes in the building. So that was a wonderful moment for us as well. Our construction actually wrapped up in July of last year, and that is when we got our certificate of occupancy. And very promptly behind that, we started our closings in August. So people started occupying the building last August. We had over 100 closings in the first 4 months of closing. So August, September, October, and November, we closed over 100 homes. The building now is over 35% occupied. And when you add in our pending sales of people working through different stages of loans, we are just a little shy of 50% sold in the entire building. So that is another incredible goal. The building is large. I think sometimes percentages don't mean anything until you hear the numbers behind them, but this is a building of 343 homes. So we're thrilled with that success on such a big building.
That's great. Were you just like living at the building for 4 months during all the
It's that, it's the closing process in a condo project can be a real challenging bit of logistics. And, it doesn't take a lot of thought to realize how many different parties, when you're in this big of a building, are involved with getting homeowners moved in comfortably, safely, happily. So it is quite a process. And between building management, our concierge team, the move-in team, our homeowner care team that's provided through Arrive, it really, I think, made a really nice seamless transition into getting people into the building and allowing them to kind of establish their home. So we're really proud of that as well.
Perfect.
So the other thing we did in 2021, and for any of you who were on the original video or talk that I did with Ashley last year, we have launched a brand new website since that time. So if you haven't been back to spireseattle.com, I highly encourage you to come back. It's a full relaunch of the website. I just have a little bit of one of the pages highlighted here, but some things that were missing previously that are now there. All of our floor plans are on the website. We have virtual tours on our website. So for, again, those of you who aren't local, to at least get a little sense of a walkthrough of some of our homes as best as we can do. And then, perhaps after that, we just do a virtual Zoom call to be able to walk you through homes a little more. We have a great photo gallery. We've got a wonderful page all about our amenities. The amenities here at Spire really are top notch. So we've done a really great job of highlighting those on the website, because to us, that is a big part of living here, is buying into this amenity package. I think there are plenty of buildings out there that don't offer great amenities, and there are plenty of homeowners who don't care about amenities. But this is a building that has incredible amenities, and I'm thrilled when I am out showing. Generally speaking, every time I'm out in the amenity spaces, every amenity space has a homeowner in it somewhere. People are spreading out. It's given great space for our work from home or hybrid work from home people to not feel cooped up in their home all day. They can spread out into a bunch of the different lounges. So find all of that on the website. We also have an incredible blog that posts quite frequently with fun information about Spire, but even beyond that, great information just about being in Seattle, being in the city, things to do. So for any of you who are either new to Seattle or maybe looking for fresh perspective, check out our blog too. It's really good. So we're now in 2022. So let's talk a little bit about what we've got coming this year, because at 50%, obviously we still have a ways to go too. And it means great opportunities for everybody that's out there that is now entering the market. So one thing that we're really excited about in 2022 is we just had a new release of homes. They weren't specifically holdback homes. I think a lot of people here and want to know when they come in that they're seeing everything that's possible. And we always tell people that they are. This new release is basically something that happens in most new construction projects, and probably for these more current buildings, maybe even a little more because of what we went through in 2020 with COVID. Oh, sorry, the sun is kind of blocking me out.
Yeah, it's so not here.
But anyway, we had a lot of different buyers from very early in the process when the building launched its sales back in 2018 that immediately jumped in and grabbed homes and were anticipating and planning to close. Every project, when it gets to the time where closing happens, is going to have some attrition. There's going to be people who ultimately can't close for any number of reasons. Obviously, coming out of COVID, that number can be even greater, because going into contract in 2018 and having no idea what was in front of us, life is very different for a lot of people today in 2021, 2022. So we got around 25 homes back. And the thing that's really great about the homes we got back is quite often those first homes that are eaten up when the building launches are the least expensive and great entry point homes. So we just received back a great slew of some of our smaller one bedrooms that are west facing, some with incredible sound views, some without, but entering back into a price point that is absolutely in demand in Seattle that we have been quite scarce on for a while. So I've got a great selection of one bedrooms now coming back between the 500s and 700s. So we're excited for all you one bedroom buyers to come back and see some of the new homes that we've been able to bring back to market. We also have our penthouse launch coming. So we're also really excited about that. We've been working really hard on our penthouse levels, and we are expecting to launch a full penthouse campaign this spring. Currently targeting hopefully late March, early April, but supply chain issues could put a little bit of a wrench in that as we work to get our model homes put together. And I can't release yet who we're working with for our model homes, but we went through an extensive search and we feel we selected an absolutely incredible designer, well-known throughout the country, that's going to come in and do 3 models up on our penthouse level. So we're very excited about that. Excited to bring people in to see these incredible homes. They're completely different than everything else we have, different finish levels, different floor plans. And you can even start getting a sneak peek of them on the website also, because the floor plans are there. We're talking homes that are 1,700 to 2,200 square feet. So quite a bit larger than some of our homes that repeat on the lower floors.
Do you have an estimated starting price for those?
We are still working out our pricing, but I think it's safe to assume that our penthouses will likely launch somewhere starting in the 3 millions and go up from there.
Okay, great.
And then one other thing we've got coming in 2022 that we're quite excited about is our lobby cafe. So for those of you who have toured recently, you've probably seen a little bit of construction in our lobby. For those of you who haven't, our lobby is under construction. So we have a wall up for half of our lobby where we are busily working on the build out for our lobby cafe. It's going to be fantastic. It will also be open to the public, but just a great spot on your way in and out the door. Grab a latte, grab a pastry. I'm not allowed to announce who has been secured to run the shop yet. However, it is local and we're excited to be able to announce that as well soon.
Perfect. That's great. That'll be very exciting for that corner for people in the building, but also other residents that are in the neighborhood too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So now I am going to switch over to a video that I've got. We'll play it and just kind of chat through it. I think it's got a little bit of everything. And right at the tail end of this video is an incredible portion about our automated parking system that you've probably seen on our website. It's a really amazing feature here at the building. We're really proud of it. It's a first in Seattle. And the feedback so far from the homeowners who are in the building is that it's absolutely incredible. It's a great amenity to have. So let's get this video started and you can take a look at what we put together. I really think the building is striking. It's so close to the Space Needle. It's the closest high rise to the Space Needle, which just gives a completely different perspective. These are different shots from in homes and shots out windows and obviously drone shots, amenity spaces up on the top floor. They're just incredible. Our 41st floor is all fitness center. In the meantime, I also thought it might be fun to do a quick virtual tour, one of our Matterport tours that we had done. And figured we'd walk you through one of our floor plans. This is on our website called the C plan, which is our 1-bedroom with a den plan that we have located here at Spire. Sits on the north side of the building, which is our protected side. It's one of the things that Spire has. That's a nice feature for those of you that want views. We have protected views of the Space Needle, and some protected views of the Sound and the Olympics in this building. So we tried to place our larger homes along the north face of our building so that they can take advantage of that viewpoint.
It's such a gorgeous building.
It really is. I feel like it frames that white rectangle that they put on is a frame to the Space Needle. That is what it was meant to be. And I think it does a really cool job being so close to kind of looking like a frame around the building and framing of the Space Needle.
Totally.
This is actually the home I'm sitting in right now. So these are all just a bunch of shots kind of put together of some of our different model homes sitting in different locations within the building. Now we're up to the amenity levels. So 40 and 41. 41 is all fitness center. It's an incredible fitness center. 40 is our social floor, 3 different interior lounges, 2 rooftop terraces outside, 4 barbecues, multiple reservable spaces for anybody interested in doing some private parties. And here we are to automated parking. So here's what we were looking forward to.
Perfect.
Get to watch a car pulling into the platform, sending your car away, and then we have a GoPro on it so you can watch it happening. So here it is on the staging level below, getting moved over to the lifts that are now taking it down the 8 stories of parking in our garage. and now it's being retrieved and ready to go as you pull out. It is a really, really incredible parking system. It allows the garage to be always forward motion. You never have to be in reverse. You never have to personally park, so you never have to worry about scraping pillars or hitting someone else's car. And then some other benefits that most people don't even think about. One is environmental. It allows our garage to be emissions free, because as soon as you pull into a portal, you turn your car off. So there are no gas emissions happening in our garage, which really helps.
Really helps with actually never thought about that. That's actually is a very good. And then also the costs you maybe save on cleaning your garage that goes into every single budget of all the condos downtown every year.
Yeah, it's incredible. And then the second piece that is also one that people don't think about much is it makes our garage incredibly secure. People can't get to your car. So the kind of nemesis that I think we all deal with living in cities, living in multifamily buildings, whether rental or condo, is the problem of people sneaking into garages, having unfortunate residents or other owners who don't necessarily monitor the garage when they're pulling in, all of those little things that we all deal with in this type of living. Yep. Well, in our garage, you can't get to the cars. You get into, if someone follows behind you when you're pulling in, all they get to is one level below Spire, and they can walk around and basically walk back out. They can't get to elevators. They can't get down to cars. They can't get anywhere. Can't get staircases. They can only get out. So that is a secondary, really nice feature to this parking system, is the lack of worry about theft and vandalism and things that tend to be a problem in multifamily garages.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So for any of you who have registered your interest in Spire, you hopefully get some of our amazing marketing and e-blasts. This was one of our recent campaigns that we just wrapped up. We called it our Pet Approved Tour campaign. And we had 4 different campaigns that went out with 4 different animals featuring our homes. We're really proud of it. So this is just a little bit of the email, but here is a quick show of one of them. And it just happens to feature my own personal dog, Oliver, who's pretty amazing. Just saying. And this happens to, again, be the home that I'm sitting in right now. We call this the E-plan. It's a 2-bedroom, 1 3/4 bath, 1,154 square feet. And Oliver is ready to welcome you to it.
So cute.
I think everybody's always looking for some sort of a unique way to introduce themselves and grab attention. And we just thought that this was a really good way to make real estate a little more fun and not just be your typical video.
Yeah, it was funny. I saw the cat one when you guys launched. I think the cat one came out before Oliver's, but I immediately clicked on it and watched it. It was so cute and just like a very, very good idea, because people love their pets and it's very creative.
Yeah, and those are also all housed on our website. So you can go check out any of the 4 pet videos on our website as well. Make sure, yep, got there. So we did talk briefly a little bit before about our new release. Here is a picture from inside one of those 1-bedrooms. And you can see through the windows off to the side, this is a higher floor home with just incredible sound views out there. So these 1-bedrooms on our website are the H, J, and K floor plans. They are all in the 530 to about 590 square foot range, and are incredibly efficient. I think you hear that square footage and maybe is a little frightening at first, because you think that sounds small, but I can honestly say they are such well-designed, true 1-bedroom homes in that kind of square footage. And I think that that's really special, because I think oftentimes if you're down in the 500 square foot range, you're dealing with a studio or an open 1-bedroom concept. And these homes are true closable 1-bedrooms with windows and closets. Really, really great starter homes, I think. And I think good opportunities for our first-time buyers for their real estate portfolio as they head down the road.
Yep.
A home to start in, and maybe a great home to hold for a handful of years after you decide to move on.
Yep. And the one thing I think too with that square footage, when they live larger, it's because you have the higher ceilings, you do have the large windows, and there's no misuse space. Everything is very clean and the lines are very simple in the building, which is which is probably very challenging because of the way the building just naturally is shaped, right? So, I mean, I've been in this floor plan too, and I 100% agree that it lives very efficiently and lives larger than what the square footage is.
Yeah, so we are excited to introduce these to everybody. I think something we consistently hear now that we are in the building and able to show people actual homes and not selling off of floor plans and ideas, we consistently hear from people that these floor plans are really well laid out. And I think something that I've started to notice is floor plans on paper, sometimes they do give you a really good sense, but they don't always. And oftentimes you can look at something on paper and say, gosh, how in the world is that a floor plan? Who could ever live in that? But then you walk into it and you realize it lives completely differently than the way it looks on paper. And so we hear that a lot when people come into our homes, that the layout is surprisingly better than what they were anticipating, which is always a great thing to be. I'm more than happy to exceed people's expectations.
Set the bar low and exceed expectations on all levels.
So here we've got for all of you just a quick little highlight of our current price ranges. So we have some really good wide ranging of pricing here at Spire. I've got 1-bedrooms that range anywhere from the low 500s to around 1.3 million, depending on the floor plan. Spire has 7 different 1-bedroom layout floor plans. So you've got a lot of choices here. Anything from those smaller, 530, 560 to as large as 815 square foot 1-bedrooms. Facing in multiple directions. I've got 1-bedrooms that face north. I have 1-bedrooms that face west, south, as well as southeast.
Larry, what is the 1-bedroom floor plan that has the wall of windows that faces kind of southwest?
That is our G3 floor plan. And that happened to be the cat video.
Yes, it was.
Very, very popular home. We are almost sold out of that home. So I have just a couple of those left up at the very top of the building. So absolutely incredible views, but going to be in the higher range of the price points for my 1-bedrooms at this point.
Got it. Yeah, I love that floor plan.
It's a good one. We also have our 1-bedroom plus dens, which I really was wanting to show you that Matterport. So we're going to see if we can figure that out. But my 1-bedroom dens, the thing that's so great about them is I think anybody who has searched condos or apartments, you hear plus den and you immediately have a connotation of what that means. And that's this 3x4 nook at your front door that's completely black. And you say, how can I ever put a desk in here? I don't want to work in here. So we really hesitated on how to market this 1-bedroom den. And, depending on who you talk to, architect versus our multiple listing service, there is a discrepancy on whether this is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath or a 1-bedroom plus den. Architects call it a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Our MLS requires that we call it a 1-bedroom den. It's semantics over egress and the argument that you can't have egress in a 41-story high-rise tower. But it has a door, it has a closet, it just doesn't have a window. About 9 by 10 foot room though. So it really is for a lot of people that are hoping to achieve a 2-bedroom. It provides what I think a lot of people want their 2nd bedroom to be. A room for a bed that probably gets used 3 or 4 weekends a year. And then just that extra space, is it your office? Is it your TV room? Is it your music room? Is it your gaming room? Everybody has different passions, but it just gives you that additional space that you don't have to use your living room to furnish. So really
it's livable space. It's not just space.
Exactly. Great way of putting it. Absolutely. And then our 2-bedrooms, we have 3 different 2-bedroom plans, 2 of our corners. And then we also have a 3rd 2-bedroom plan that only starts on the higher floors. That's direct west facing and big sound views. So my 2-bedrooms currently are going to range anywhere from about 1.13 to about 2 million, depending on which floor plan, what floor, what type of view you have. Our 2-bedrooms are all somewhere between about 1,100 to 1,200 square feet, which is also nice, a nice size 2-bedroom. I've started to notice it seems like in some of the new construction, 2-bedrooms are starting to creep down where I've started to see some 2-bedrooms that only have 3 digits of square footage. So we're proud of the size that we're able to achieve on our 2-bedrooms, and they're very livable. And then again, as we talked about, my 3-bedrooms are all on the penthouse level, and that is coming soon. There's some incredible floor plans. including one kind of our signature penthouse, which is a 3-home custom combination home that is on the 35th floor, northwest corner. We are excited to launch all of them, excited to show them off to all of you.
Very cool. So a couple other questions, I guess I just want to confirm. So you guys have CWD Group as the management company.
That is correct.
Yep. And then your guys' the homeowners dues per square foot.
About 93 cents per square foot. So on my, on my 1-bedrooms, that's going to be a range of anywhere from about low 500s to about 750 a month. One thing to note, we talked a little bit about automated parking, but parking virtually anywhere in Seattle on new construction now needs a little bit of explanation because the city really is working hard to take Seattle that next step in the urbanization process. You know, they want us to step forward and become the Chicagos, the New Yorks, where if you live downtown, you just don't have a car and you use transit. And it's a bit of a rough transition here, but you know, I can say from 20 years of new construction real estate that it's working. I will be the first to admit that 10 years ago when this all started, I couldn't believe that the city was doing this. I said, you know, you can't force people out of their cars when you don't have a full transit system running yet. But they move forward and it is working. And we're seeing with the growth of tech in downtown, we finally have a livable downtown for both working and pleasure. So people are happily giving up cars now in order to be able to afford the homes in downtown that, you know, perhaps would be out of reach if you still had a car payment and an insurance payment. So parking here, 1-bedrooms, it's an option only when your price point is at 650,000 or higher, and then you can purchase it for 75,000. All of my 1-bedroom dens, all of my 2-bedrooms, they're all going to have a parking space included. And then also when you cross the 1.5 million mark in this building, you have an option to be able to purchase a second space if you'd like for 75,000. But a piece to that, and the reason I brought that up as a part of homeowners dues is it's also important to know because of the uniqueness of our parking system, there is a separate monthly charge to maintain and operate that system that is only for those who have parking in the building. So we did not work those costs into our HOA dues. We are not asking people without parking to be subsidizing a system that they don't get to use. But it does mean that those of us that have parking in the building are going to be paying a little bit of extra. It's about $100 a month to be able to maintain, insure, and work on that parking system.
Yeah, that's reasonable and very fair for those, like you said, who don't have vehicles in the building.
1-bedroom den dues going to come in right around 915, and then my 2-bedrooms, that's going to be based on their square footage, just a little under 1,100 a month.
Got it. And is it water, sewer, garbage, gas included, or were the utilities that are included?
Very, very close. Yes. I've noticed on these new buildings, and I don't know the history behind it. I don't know if it's a state or a county regulation, but a lot of these newer buildings that have gone up. I sold one in Bellevue last year that was set up like this. I believe the other 2 new buildings in downtown Seattle are set up like this as well. It's part of energy conservation. It's part of, you know, our state's push to be as green as possible. We are handling water in these buildings a little different than what's been previous in a lot of condo buildings. So some of our water is included, some of it is not. It can be a little confusing, but in the long run, I think it is going to be a good system. Ultimately, all of our homes have a sub-meter for hot water. So all of the hot water is heated centrally through a central boiler system done by natural gas. Natural gas is included in your due. So you're not paying to heat any of the water. But once it travels through the lines and enters your home, it will measure how much of the hot water you're using. And you'll get a bill from a sub-meter system that will have you pay for just your hot water and a portion of your sewer charges. Cold water is included. And again, the heating of your water is included. Garbage, recycle, compost, that's all included. So it's a little convoluted compared to maybe a building that's 10 years old where generally all of that is included. But in the end, what we've learned is water is one of those areas that changes your HOA dues drastically on new buildings when it's included. Because when you don't see a bill and you don't see your usage, you tend to be a lot more wasteful. So, you know, when you get a bill, then suddenly that 2.5-hour shower, you think a little bit more about whether you want to take that. But, you know, when you don't get a water bill, it's, oh, you know, I just need to wash that pair of jeans. Oh my gosh, I'm just going to stand here in the shower for another 20 minutes. those things happen really easily. And when you get the bill, you suddenly go, oh God, I need to be a little more conscious of my use. So I think it's a good thing in the long run.
Yep, and Nexus, I think, has the same system with their HOA dues too, and also the boiler is something that the HOA is taking care of because it's a central system. So it makes sense that would, there would be costs associated maybe with that would be recouped from, the payment of the hot water.
Yep. So, and then outside of your kind of typical utilities, your dues here are going to obviously have a good chunk going directly into your reserve accounts to build up your savings as quickly as possible. So that you're prepared for future costs and future maintenance. Yep. And then I think a big piece of our HOA dues, well, everybody's HOA dues, if you're in a building like this, is going to be staff and salaries and benefits and the things you need to provide to them. And we have an incredible staff here at Spire. They really have set this building up to stand on its own in the future. And I think for any of you that follow downtown condos, without naming names, there are buildings that you hear about and everybody knows about. And if you watch listings, you see they come on and off in a week because people want in the building.
Yep.
And there are other condo buildings that you look at and you go, gosh, why has that been on the market for 200 days? What is going on? What is wrong with that one? What is, what's happening? And then you go see it and you immediately go, oh, I get it. Yep. Hallways don't look so great. The amenities haven't been touched in years. All these little things, because if you're not budgeting for that to keep your property values high, the building is ultimately going to start to lose its luster. So we have 5 full-time positions in the building daily, 24/7 concierge, full-time on-site building manager and building engineer, 2 separate positions because of the tech that's in the building. They're here Monday through Friday. And then we also have 2 full-time cleaning, porter, maintenance people on staff at all times too.
Yep, it's a full service, high-rise building. So that's what is needed to keep things in order. And with these new buildings too, I mean, your curb appeal is your lobby and is the staff that's working there too. So that's so important to have people there that are representing the building in the light that they need to when a prospective buyer walks in.
Absolutely.
So they definitely preserve value.
Mm-hmm. And so far, because we are blessed with the fact that we have homeowners in the building now and a good number of them, you get to start getting a little bit of feedback from them about their lived experience now that they're here. And a consistent message we are hearing from our homeowners is staff. They are so thrilled with our staff, not just the number, but the actual people who've been hired. Our lead concierge, Russell, is amazing. He's our chef concierge. He's a member of the guild. He's already emailing out with opportunities of different things around the city that he's able to offer through being a part of the guild. And then our maintenance and cleaning people have smiles on their faces all day long. They greet everyone they see. It just is a wonderfully comfortable building of staff, and our owners have noticed that already.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, it's really great to hear kind of your guys' successes, through the last year. I know there's been a lot of buzz about the building and of course we've walked through it and it's gorgeous and all the amenity spaces too. So I'm sure you guys will have an equally successful 2022. Do you know at what point does the homeowners take over?
Great question. We elected our first homeowner board member, and a member of the development team stepped off of the board once we hit over 25% occupied. So we had our first board election meeting just last month. The full transition to homeowner control will happen somewhere around 60 to 70% conveyed, which means closed homes. And at that point, then a full 5-person homeowner board will be elected, and the seller will release their control of the building and only have as much voice as the homes that they still own and are selling. Yeah,
that's great. And then as far as your the preferred lenders for the building, who are you working with?
We've got 3 approved lenders who have been absolutely fantastic for us. We are still at a point where, new construction condo financing can be a little challenging. Condo financing in general can be a little challenging sometimes, but we worked really hard to make sure that we have lenders here who have everything they need for this building and have 100% guarantee that they can close a loan here as long as you qualify. Yep. There are certainly other banks and other lenders that can make it happen. It's a bit more work. You definitely want, if you're working with a broker, a buyer's broker, you want to talk with them about that. talk with the new construction site that you're looking at. We have wealths of information to try to help you. We really do want you to be successful in your loan. We're not trying to force your hand. We're trying to help you. And these 3 lenders really can get it done. So we have Christine Madrid with Caliber Home Loans. She's been amazing. She is, I believe it's the vice president of their entire builder services group for Caliber nationwide. So we are thrilled to have her. She is an incredible lender. We also have a great lender from Wells Fargo, Sim Singh, and Chase Home Loans has supplied us with Josh Buckingham, who is also incredible. They're all doing a great job for us. If you are working with an outside lender, I'll just give you one quick little piece. Just write this down. If you're looking at brand new homes, tell your lender that you're looking at a new construction condominium building that has not met 50% owner occupied.
Yes.
That is the piece of information your lender needs to know. You can also tell them that you are looking at a home that is going to need a portfolio loan product, which basically means a loan that is not backed by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, because they're the ones who put the stipulations on condo lending, and they want a building to be over 50% owner occupied before they will back any loans. So all new buildings kind of come out of the gate with this struggle to get to 50%, and we have to find partners that can help us get there. And these 3 are the ones we've chosen.
Yep. Fannie's given us some trouble with resale projects too. So
Yes,
we
they
have,
are.
we have updates in the works in terms of condo lending in general for new construction, but also the resale condos. So going through a little bit of tough times, or just a change of times, let's say. But good. Well, thank you so much. That was a great overview of, like I said, what you guys have been up to. And I hope I get to go to the building and see those penthouses.
Yes.
Sure it's doing spectacular.
So we're thrilled to be here again. We're thankful to you, Ashley, for having us. All you Urban Ash fans, we look forward to hopefully seeing you. We'd love to have you in. We'd love to show you around.
Perfect, Larry. Well, we'll post all your contact information and the links. If you want to send me that Matterport link, we could also post that. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
You as well. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate your time.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.